Interesting. In verse 22, this is the creation of the woman, Eve. But you don't hear Eve coming into the earth saying, "Where's my man?"
I gotta load up.
Huh? Am I reading it right? It says the man said. Eve came into the earth. Watch this. Adam was the one who was broken. Eve came into the earth whole. She had both ribs. Society wants women to believe you're broken if you're not with somebody. But God says the woman came into the earth complete, not seeking or needing anyone or anything. I don't know who I'm talking to today, but you got to stand in your power. You are one of one. There's nothing wrong with you if you're not with somebody. You as a woman are complete. You're whole. And I gotta say it because I'm tired of us supporting a culture that tries to make women think there's something wrong with them if they're not married. It's just not true.
So y'all didn't see this clip?
No.
Man, oh man, what's your thoughts? Anybody can answer.
He ain't lying. I mean, said Big Shan. No, I don't think he lying according to how he quoting the Bible. But I mean, that's not a fact though. Like that independence, that extreme independence. Nah, I think everybody needs that partnership in this realm, in this physical realm. But yeah, to go back and forth and debate the Bible and how he interpreted it, I think he was hitting something. Just the wrong message.
Kev was popping. Lionel was good. Anybody else?
Yeah, no, he full of shit. That's basically what it is. All that's nonsense at the end of the day, because when you look at it, the man had to sacrifice for the woman to be here at the end of the day. If you want to look at it biblically according to what the fuck he just said. That makes no logical sense. So without the man, the woman wouldn't be here if you looking at Bible standards. So obviously we got to sacrifice like we always got to do for our women. Period, point blank.
Anybody else?
I actually seen a clip of that, but somebody interpreting it differently. Basically saying, I guess I don't know the Bible, but basically saying that we were made for men. I guess we was made out of somebody's rib. We was made out of their rib or something. Don't get me out.
Absolutely. Yes.
You're doing good. Go ahead.
God took one of our ribs and made y'all.
Yeah, so I see somebody interpret it differently to where it's like, like God made us for y'all, like for men. So you can't live without a man because we were made from you guys.
Yeah. Anybody else?
Go ahead, Alex.
I look at it from the perspective of just me. I never question when a woman is single by choice or after a certain age, but I do look at a man different, especially when he's on paper has all of these said qualifications. I will look at them and be like, "What's wrong with you?" I never look at a woman that way.
Why?
I'm not sure. But when he said that, I was just like, in the wholeness, I look at it as like he who finds a wife. So kind of on that.
You can't say he who finds a wife though, because the man that said that, I know y'all might have seen this clip with Solomon, and Solomon had a lot of them motherfuckers. He had a lot of them. So you say he who finds a wife, that comes from Solomon. He had 400 wives.
Yeah, the verses.
So yes, right. So people kind of warp the Bible in their own way. I ain't gonna even Bible talk this whole situation, but people make quotes from the Bible, don't even know everything about it.
So to piggyback what Alex was saying, and then I'm gonna say my point. So I agree with Alex. Like I mean, I would give them a man a side eye
before I would a woman, because men do the choosing, and we've all heard men up on this panel say that men do the choosing. So why haven't you chosen yet? So I kind of look at you the side eye, and then the woman, you haven't been chosen yet, so I get it. But to answer the question about the video, I'm siding on the side with Q, and the fact that, yeah, what he's saying, I can rock with it. That's his interpretation. I don't believe that women should be considered broken if they're single. And if you're interpreting the Bible and looking at it how he's looking at it linearly, then what he's saying makes sense because the way he explained it. But the problem and the danger is you can create a hyper independent society, and that's dangerous for people to think that they don't need each other. Man and woman need each other. It's not good for man to be alone. I interpret that it's not good for humans to be alone.
Mr. White.
All right, so I hate when pastors and people and preachers do this, right? They take things out of context just to make it relevant to a point, right? So I hate anytime anybody does anything like that because it takes away from the Bible and the word and all of that stuff. I get what he was saying in terms of women should work on being whole, but part of that is falling into your purpose. And I think a lot of you did touch on it. Your purpose is to assist men, right? Your purpose is bigger than just you. And I think if women focused more on their purpose and understanding how they were created to partner however y'all want to use it, depending on definition, but to literally assist a man in completing whatever individual purpose, but also the global purpose of men in general, and stop trying to pull away from it and do your own thing. That's the biggest issue. So no, I don't think we should point a finger at a woman who is not married in a particular season, but we should be pointing fingers at women who, oh, I don't need a man. Oh, I can do everything that, a man can do, and vice versa, or etc.
Chief? You're on mute.
It felt, can you guys hear me?
Yeah.
It felt like a little bit of biblical pandering to me. Almost in the, you know what I'm saying, in the beginning. That's what it felt like. He was pandering in the name of our Lord. But I kind of, correct me if I'm wrong, but did he give the implication that, it's not the woman's fault? And did he use the word perfect?
Whole is what he was saying. He didn't say perfect.
Okay, so then my
what were you referring to though? What part?
When he was saying the woman, is not to blame, and that woman is perfect. Basically, I thought that's what he. I felt like that's what he said. No, I maybe I misheard it. That's all. So
yeah.
my thoughts were around that part. So I gotta listen to it again. But it came across like pandering to me though, for sure.
Yeah, 100%. I mean, he's a fucking wolf, right? It's all women in that crowd, right? All he's trying to do is fill that collection plate. That is not even a misinterpretation. I don't know what he's talking about. I don't. We have the same amount of ribs. There's such thing as allegory. It's metaphoric. That motherfucker's an idiot. And that scares me. That niggas was up there fucking clapping for this cocksucker. That's crazy to me. Nowhere in the fucking Bible. Even Jesus told his hoe in John 4:16, go call your husband. She like, I don't got one. I know you don't. Like, that's what Jesus said. Just like that. I promise you, in that tone. It's saying Isaiah, in that day, it'll be 4 women to 1 man just to be under his covering. There's nothing in the Bible that say these women should be by themselves. It is 100% a help meet, point blank, period. That shit is scary that he did that. Like Adrian said, honestly. What Ro, did you answer?
No, I agree with you all. I do think he was pandering. I think he was I think it kind of sounded like he was getting kind of lost and was trying to recover himself, to be honest with you. So, I've never heard a preacher say that before. The only thing I can think of is that he was talking about work on yourself. Maybe that's what he was trying to say. But other than that, I've never heard a pastor say anything about never.
Bro, you think that's what you wanted him to say?
I would have preferred him to say that. Because I think I honestly, as he was talking, I felt like he was trying to recover himself. Like maybe he forgot what he was going to say and he just started talking. That's what it sounded like to me.
Do you? So you know how sometimes the pickup from the crowd is from the mic. To be fair, was low, but I think he thought he was going to get more of an ovation from what he said.
It sounded like he was trying to give a motivational speech more than anything. Like, I don't know what the setting was. Like, was he there to preach, or was it a motivational speaking seminar, or whatever the case was? Because to the point of pandering, it did sound like there's nothing wrong with you if you are single. And I agree with that too. And then also to Q's point that she made earlier, and I think Love made this point also, I do agree. I do think that humans are not meant to be alone as a whole. We do need companionship to make it in this world. I do believe that.
And you have to realize too, and sometimes when they do this type of preaching, and this is a 30-second, 60-second snippet, it could have been in a women's conference, right? So we don't know the full dynamic and the full background of this, but it could have been, and he was speaking to his audience as a speaker does. You know, speakers going to a session knowing their audience and speaking to them. So who knows?
But to be clear, that's what church is, right? Motivational speakers. Because it's like, if you're into fitness, there's a motivational speaker for that with a big arena or a big group of people listening. If you're into Jesus, you go to church. If you're into something, you know what I mean? Like, that's what they are, is motivational speakers.
Yeah.
They're going to give you what you want to hear in the form of what you believe in.
I agree. I don't think he would have, but I agree with you 100%. They are motivational speakers. They're motivating the crowd to do a certain thing. But what I'm saying is, as far as like maybe the women's conference, if it was regular Sunday church where it's a mix or not solely towards the woman, I don't know if he'd have made that big of a statement, or they're trying to make that strong of a statement, put it that way, with saying that. I don't know. Again, it's 60 seconds, and I hate to make conjecture out of a 60-second clip. That's what we're here to do, I guess, since we're on the podcast. But I have to hear all of it.
Why would he say that to a bunch of women? Like, just because you motivating a particular crowd doesn't mean you lied to them.
Pandering, like we all kind of said that it's pandering to get them excited, get the emotionalism up, to give an offering, to feel good about yourself and feel empowered. That's why.
So
Isn't
you are a nonprofit organization?
Nonprofit, yeah.
Yeah.
So,
yeah, I think you kind of said it here. It's the obvious.
Damn, yo. So Love, you agree that was a crock of shit then?
I agree with my original statement. What I said that it's.
I'm asking you a separate thing then. If you didn't say that earlier,
do
you agree that's a crock of shit?
No, I said, but it's a very slippery slope, because you don't want to create a hyper independent society, because it's not good for humans to be alone. And that kind of message can be taken out of context and create that hyper independent woman. So it's a very dangerous slope, but you also don't want a woman to think because she's single, because she has not been chosen, that she is broken. Something's inherently wrong with her. We don't want that either.
But it's not good for you, say, humans to be alone.
Correct.
So if you end up alone, there's a problem.
Because we need companionship. Yes, I believe humans need companionship.
So then that would be adverse to the point of saying it's okay. It's not okay. We need to work on ourselves to the point where we are chosen, right? As a woman.
Well, no, I'm not going to sit there and say work on yourself to be chosen, because then again, it's a very slippery slope. You don't want to pander to a man, and then it doesn't work out because you're pandering to be chosen, and it's.
What does that look like?
Create balance. What does what look like?
So what do you mean pandering to a man? Like doing what a man wants so he can marry you?
Yes, and then that's not really who you are. Like, you're lying to yourself and lying to him just to be chosen, because you can't keep that lie up.
But does companionship always have to mean marriage, though? Can it just be like family or close friendship?
Yes.
Everyone doesn't want to be married, or that just not always in the card for everyone else.
What do you mean?
Well, when I hear the conversation, it sounds specific to just marriage, right? And you gave the example of, so if someone ends up alone, is there something wrong with them? But are we saying alone in the realm of, if you are not married, there is something wrong with you?
Are you advocating for like long-term relationships or something?
No, I'm just saying in general, like whether it be a friendship, like a close friendship, or you have
Men and women can't be friends. You know that.
It doesn't have to be a man. Your best friend.
You're saying companionship period, even as a friend. Yeah, female.
Yeah,
friend.
that's what I'm asking. Like just in general.
That doesn't fulfill the same slot though, Alex.
So
that's not what he's talking about. He's talking about single women. That's who he was pandering to. Huh?
Hey yo, I do agree with love with her. Dang, that's rare love. I love you though. You know what I'm saying? But in terms of a woman trying to prepare herself to be chosen, right? Because then when it doesn't happen, all of the work is going to be to waste versus a woman working on herself to become who she's supposed to be, right? And operating in those things and in those gifts and in her purpose, right? Of the submission, of the love, of the all of the qualities that we always list. When she works to become the best version of herself, and if she's in the right lanes, then she will be chosen.
What do those lanes look like? Going to a bunch of school?
No, absolutely not.
So that's what I'm saying. Eh? You saying working on herself? They don't even know what it means. You got to put man in the equation. If you leave men, if you leave being a wife out of the equation, they think they're going down the right path. So you have to put that in there.
I see your point because it gives them something. I see your point. I see your point.
Yeah, cause I just don't know if they got the right the vision.
No, I agree because I think that's my issue with what he said too, right? Because I can get what he's saying in terms of, hey, as a woman, you can be whole individually, but because of the way the majority of people receive things, they're going to take that and go right with it. So if you tell a woman to prepare for marriage, that will benefit the majority of women because the way that I put it, the majority of women can't figure it out that way. So I get what you're saying.
Yeah. Damn. Any other thoughts on this? I mean, I'm glad that y'all see this was a crock of shit, right, Alex?
Yes, ma'am.
You think so too, bro? What you think, Mary? It's scary, right? That make you not even want to go to these churches, right? Fuck them churches, huh?
I don't go to church for that.
Nah, you just got
that nigga.
You know.
Gotta find the right church.
Damn. All right, this was easy then. Any final thoughts on this?
Yeah, moral of the story, ladies, build yourself up to be a good wife and stop listening and following these church niggas.
Oh my God. Like, share, subscribe, tell a friend. Hit that like button right now if you can. That helps the channel the most. We just getting started, man. I kind of had a feeling that was going to be pretty seamless for the most part. And we out.